Well, we've been coming here, I think 3 years from now is their 50th anniversary of this, and I think we've probably been coming almost 40 of it. So my role is to teach people about how to gather sheep with dogs. In particular, I use border collies. And then Andy Rice, who is a shearer, he then gets the sheep and shears them. So my role here is really just to entertain and to educate people. Do not ever buy a border collie as a pet by itself, because they just have too much work to do. They have too much instinct to work. Crossbred is fine. So I come down with portable fence, we set everything up, we do four 1-hour demonstrations. That's a lot. As an outsider, I'm very proud of North Andover. They didn't put me up to saying this, for holding something like this, which is free for all these people. I mean, that's really what it's all about. I'm sure that 100 years ago, or 150 years ago, there were probably 100 sheep grazing this lawn. So I think it's good. I mean, you know, especially with North Andover and the whole gas thing and all that, it's nice to have something to rally around, you know, and you look at all these kids playing, and it's great. First things first, the lady that used to do the sheepdog demos here retired. And so I was seen by the guy that's directing this, and he said, can you come help us out? So I did. And I do get paid, but they just cover my expenses. I really don't make anything doing this. I just come down to educate people. As far as me getting involved in it, we used to have 500 ewes, and to have that many sheep and not have a dog is crazy. I mean, these sheep, like this spring I was feeding 100 ewes post weaning, which means that you're taking the ewes off of it. You have to cut down in their food to proteins, to grain. If I was to walk out with grain or corn for 100 ewes without a dog, they would run me over. They'd knock me down. So with the dogs, I can literally line them up, pour all the grain, get out of the way, call the dogs off, and they go in and eat. So the dog, to answer your question, the dogs became a necessity for me. And I can tell you honestly, I would not farm today if I didn't have my dogs. I would give it up. And the other thing is that, you know how everyone wants grass-fed meat now is the big deal? Okay, so if you're gonna have grass-fed meat, it means you have to move the sheep to different grass pastures throughout the year, right? And you can, to do it without a dog, I mean, you have to put them on a trailer, you know, and this trailer holds 20 sheep. What happens if I'm moving 100 sheep? That's 5 loads. The other 80 sheep are freaking out because the 20 just took off. You with me? Meanwhile, I can take 100 sheep, walk them down a road 2 miles with traffic, loose, with dogs, and move them in 15 minutes. So there's a good reason. We also have guard llamas and guard dogs. Guard dogs enforce the electric fence and keep things like coyotes, and I've seen a mountain lion twice. We have black bear. I'm up more in the boonies. So that's another avenue that we use. And we have guard llamas, as I said, and guard dogs. I've run sheep on the Boston Common. I've run sheep up and down Arlington Street. I've run sheep in the Mall of New Hampshire. Mall of Washington, excuse me, the main mall, the Smithsonian Folklife Festival. So I do others around. I do one in Gore Place, which is in Waltham, not far from here. And then Deerfield Fair, which is the state's largest fair. But I have to put a plug in what I think, if your audience is listening, is the best fair in the United States, and it's called the Common Ground Country Fair in Unity, Maine. There's no midway, there's no junk food, there's no demo derby. It's fantastic food, fantastic crafts. They still get about 60,000 people in 3 days. So that's what I do. Oh, I love working with these guys. I mean, all the people are so nice and appreciative. If you're gonna spend a long time, you know, putting all this fencing up and everything like that, it's nice. No, and I'm not saying that because I'm being interviewed by North Andover. They're really nice people. They're very appreciative, they listen, you know, they keep their dogs back. No, it's fine, I enjoy it. It's not too far, it's about an hour and 45 minutes for me to get here. Yeah, so no, if I don't do it in a few years, it's because I'm getting too old to do it. Yeah, you go out there and wrestle some of those 160-pound sheep and see how you feel.